Troopers, focus your fire on the Jedi. Time to go!
Hey, what's happening, everyone? I'm SirJames coming at you guys with another video, and I hope you guys are doing well. In today's video, I'm here to give you guys my review on the Kanan Jarrus Lightsaber as seen in Star Wars Rebels. Now, if you've never seen Star Wars Rebels, I would highly encourage you guys to possibly check it out. Give it a try if you haven't done so already. It's only 4 seasons long, so it's very short. And you know, at the time when Star Wars Rebels first came out, this was during a time where Clone Wars was yet to be finished, and they started up this brand new show, and you know, a lot of us were upset at the time, but I have to honestly say Star Wars Rebels is honestly a pretty good time watching. Clone Wars is still the best, don't get me wrong, but Star Wars is an enjoyable show, a lot of likable characters, especially Kanan Jarrus, who happens to be one of my favorites, and he has a pretty cool looking lightsaber. So let me give you guys a closer look at the hilt here. Now the hilt is actually from SaberMach. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. I put a link to the site down below. I don't think this one's in stock currently. But it's a very nice looking representation of Kanan Jarrus' lightsaber. Now I know, if I'm not mistaken, the most accurate one would be the one from Solo's Hold, which I did have the hilt originally, but I ended up selling it just because to fund some other projects and stuff like that that I wanted to get. You know, things always change as time goes on. But if you guys are kind of curious, does this top portion actually come off like it is in the show? Because when, you know, Kanan first revealed himself to be a Jedi, you know, this emitter piece was attached on one portion of the belt, the hilt was on another, then he brought them together, did a little twist, and then boom, activated his lightsaber type thing for the epic reveal. This one does not do that. The Solo's Hold one actually has that portion on the emitter where you can remove it, and if you get a custom belt one around to use that mechanism, which I've seen a couple of videos, I'll try to find something and I'll link it down below if I remember to do so, or if I can find the actual video where someone actually built the mechanism and all that for that. So every time he connected it up, it had sound effects. It was probably the coolest looking thing that I've seen. But this still is a very nice looking hilt. Again, indeed. And of course, we also have our D-ring here on the bottom here. Now, in terms of comfort, it actually does feel good in the hands. If you are kind of curious in terms of this control box right here, it's not going to be in the way. Obviously, it doesn't stick out a lot like the Luke Skywalker lightsaber, for example, where you have that much larger control box. This one is, again, not flush with the body, but it just sticks up, again, just a little bit, not a lot. As for the corners here, they're not sharp at all, so you don't have to worry about cutting or scraping your fingers or anything like that while you're doing any of your swings, so that's all going to work out nice and well. And I figured before we actually connect a blade, I do have a little kitchen scale here just to kind of see what the initial weight here. Now SaberMach, I believe in regards to the highest tier, that they only offer CFX. They also have other categories, or if you want like a stunt saber and stuff like that, you can go with those options. But for the highest tier with the NeoPixel option, they only do Crystal Focus 10. So you guys know, and you know, Crystal Focus 10 is a good option too for anyone that is new into the custom sabers who want something with smooth swing and all that. Alright, so this lightsaber comes into, surprisingly, exactly 1 pound. So that's how much this weighs in total, so not too bad. Like I said, not a lot of weight, and it feels good in the hand. Let me go ahead and bring a blade over. Now next week I was going to do this review here of the Force FX Revan lightsaber, but I was recording this video prior to kind of have it ready for next week. The saber doesn't even work, so I don't know what's going to happen with it. I mean, I'm going to return this, but I don't know if I'll have a review for this particular Revan FX saber, just so you guys are aware. But we're actually, you know what? Before we put the blade in, I do want to show you guys this. If we move the bottom portion here, the pommel section, this is where you have your chassis, and this is a pretty cool setup. The chassis here is actually on a railing system. So obviously you don't have to worry about going too far with this. And you do have the option here, which I think this is pretty neat, where you could either recharge the battery by plugging in a charging cable here, or you could actually remove the battery directly off the hilt and replace it. So you have two different options, which is really cool. I really like that. And then of course we also have our Cfx board right here with easy access to the SD card. So if we need to update this, or if you want to, add files and whatnot, it's pretty simple to do, and you don't have to worry about pulling this out all the way because it's going to be caught in there. So it's a nicely built chassis, very sturdy. And I like this mechanism a lot. Like I said, I always like the idea of a removable battery, but the fact that you not only have a removable battery option, but you could just charge it directly like that is quite nice. And on the bottom here, or the back side, you do have a little recessed button there for your aux button. And then this one here is going to be your primary ignition. So let's go ahead and bring this over. And also to the little arrows here, those do not light up at all, just so you guys know. That's just kind of like a static display. Let's go ahead and get this all set up in here.
You'll have to do better.
Okay, I'll try to do better. Now there's a lot of fonts in here, but I'm just going to kind of cycle through a few different ones. I don't want to make the video too long because it's quite warm, and again, I'm kind of filming this in the inside just because, again, the air quality currently is still not the best at the time of filming. So here we go, blade inserted, and ignite. Oop. There we go. This also has a really nice loud speaker. I believe it's a 28mm speaker. Again, you got your smooth swings with that CFX. Actually, I better move this out of the way more before I hit that. Like I said, as far as how the hilt feels in the hand when doing the twirls and swinging, again, this feels really, really good. Now, as always, you have, when you press the aux button, you have your clash. Again, you could also kind of tweak and move things around. We also have your that, and I believe this blade is too short, but let me check. Yeah, this blade is a little bit on the shorter side. If I had a longer blade, and if you kind of tap it on the ground, like the tip of the blade will actually be sparkling like a tip drag, but because this is a shorter blade, I would have to tweak the settings to go and represent the shorter blade. So this is more set up for like a 32 or 36 inch blade right now. But I'm just kind of making it easier to swing it around in here. Of course, also too, if you press the aux button and clash, you'd activate the force.
You're making it easy on me.
Or quotes, depending on how you have it set up. And this is, I think this is only one line currently.
You're making it easy on me.
Yeah, just one line right there. And then
the force will be with you. Always.
And that's a kind of a pre-off. So we're going to go ahead and hold down the aux button.
Sound bank selection.
I am Kanan Jarrus, Jedi Knight.
Which the Kanan Jarrus one right there is actually by Kyberphonic. So if you're kind of curious who as the maker of that font, that's who it is. Let's go backwards. We're just going to kind of cycle through a few random ones here.
Exit menu, system menu, SD card, US audio player.
So audio player, that's going to be like your soundtrack file too. So you can load it up with music and whatnot.
Master Yoda.
So Yoda.
It is the dark saber.
There we go. Let's do dark saber. There we go.
Ignite the blade.
Obviously we have green here, so let's change that.
Spectrum.
There we go. Actually, I'm not too familiar with this one, because when my friend got it, he got it from a different seller, which, by the way, this video is actually brought to you by courtesy of Xander. I almost forgot there, but yeah, he got this from someone that I told him about, and it was kind of already loaded with fonts. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I've never heard this one. That's not Kyberphonic. I'll have to figure out who makes this Dark Saber font, and then I'll let you guys know once I find that info. really nice. Let's see. So it's like the force, like I was telling you about. And then
You're not fighting with a simple blade as much as you are directing a current of power.
I don't even know. So let's do that again. So I was doing the Saber lock.
Ran from the Empire high. Ran from your family. Middle.
Why?
What's the truth?
I don't know if I was holding it too long or there's more going on.
I love to save everyone.
You ran from your family.
Lies!
So what's the truth?
Oh,
You did run, didn't you?
No!
there we go.
You ran
Not
from the
committed to
Empire.
this.
You ran from your family.
I don't lie! I
So
never
what's
quit!
the truth?
I don't know if that's meant to be or just a bunch of audios clashing with one another. I'm not entirely sure.
You're not fighting me. You're fighting yourself.
Okay, I like these.
And losing.
Okay, again, I like all these quotes. I think I'm going to have to extract all these quotes and add them to my Profi Darksaber font. Next up.
Sound bank selection.
It is the duck tie.
This one is the TIE Fighter. I like this one. Actually, let's do...
Spectrum.
Let's do green. I thought it would be kind of nice if you took like a TIE Fighter model, put the sound chip in there with that font, and then you can go, you know, play with the model that way. What's it? Oh, crashing sound. And then I like that slow climb. Alright, so next up.
Sound bank selection.
Actually, it's quite fun, like when I have a Saber to review and I have no idea what fonts are on here. Just kind of makes it a little bit more enjoyable, like I kind of get surprised.
Ascension.
Which one's that one?
Ascension.
Ascension, I don't think I've heard that one before. It's new, so if I haven't checked that before, it's worth checking out, right? Oh. Kind of like a Sith dark side vibe to it. Oh, I like the sounds of the clash. I don't know who makes this one. Let's see. That force. Yeah, I like that. Very nice hum. Obviously, I just hit my arm there. Alright, alright. Really, ooh, even the ignition off sounded pretty cool.
Sound bank selection.
Ascension.
So Ascension, so that's the name of that one. Worth checking out.
Darkness.
Darkness.
Darth Vader.
Obviously, this one's Darth Vader.
Anakin Skywalker. General Kenobi.
Actually,
Anakin Skywalker.
I'm kind of curious if any of these Grievous fonts have any quotes, because the one I have just has it to where he has the saber swinging.
Well, you owe me one, and not for saving your skin for the 10th time.
Or maybe this is just an Anakin font.
Spectrum.
Change color here. And we'll do a light blue here. So let's see what we have on here.
I see through the lies of the Jedi.
Okay, so Anakin font.
I will quickly discover the truth of all this.
Execute Order 66.
Ooh, I need to add that one to my Sidious font.
I'm going there to end this war. You underestimate my power!
Spectrum.
Oop. Oh, wrong button. Oh, there we go. Let's see.
Liar!
I'm going to turn you over to the Jedi Council.
Yeah, do as you must.
You're asking me to do something against the Jedi Code.
I like all these quotes. I'm gonna have to bootleg some of these.
I am more powerful than the Chancellor. I can overthrow him. Well, you owe me one, and not for saving your skin for the 10th time. How can you do this?
There's a lot of quotes on here.
You will try.
Oh, that one sounded very different. So obviously you got already clashing there too. So if you guys are kind of curious how come it's not clashing, there you guys go. Alright, so yeah. Execute Order 66. I gotta remember to extract that one.
Sound bank selection.
Anakin's General Kenobi.
So this one will be, I guess, assuming Kenobi.
I have the high ground!
Alright, so we'll just kind of go with whatever color. So obviously Obi-Wan's. And then let's see if this one has any quotes.
I have the high ground!
Okay.
You are the chosen one!
Not this time.
May the Force be with you.
So uncivilized. My clone troops turned on me. I need help.
Don't try it!
I will do what I must.
Chancellor Palpatine, Sith Lords are our speciality.
Wait a minute. How did this happen? We're smarter than this.
True.
I will take the child and watch over him.
I have taught you everything I know.
You are a bold one.
Hey, Grievous quotes. There we go.
General Kenobi.
Yep.
Oh, this is going to be easy.
Oh, I have a bad feeling about this. You are the chosen one!
Alright, seems like it repeated now. Alright. I'm actually kind of surprised with the fonts and the quotes that are on here.
Sound bank selection.
It's treason then.
So this one we've seen before. So we've heard that one too. I'm just trying to see if there's anything like new here that we haven't quite heard. This is a cities one, but I'm kind of curious if there's any quotes. Like that one. That one was kind of creepy.
You will be destroyed.
Aha. So this one's got to have quotes for sure.
Now you will die.
That was a long one. The satisfaction. Ah. Oh, that's funny. Okay.
Everything that has transpired has done so according to my design.
Alright.
Sound bank selection.
Do it. I am the second.
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren. Knighthood.
Rey Skywalker.
The last Skywalker.
Luke Skywalker.
Empress. Master Windu.
Meet Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Okay, I'm just trying to see if there's anything new that we haven't quite heard. We've heard some new ones here.
Final steps.
Which one's this one?
People keep telling me they know me. I'm afraid no one does.
I don't want this.
I haven't come to lead the Sith. My parents were strong. I'm Rey.
Rey who?
They're not with me. Why did the Emperor come for me? I see through the cracks in your mask.
Okay, so this is like a episode 9 type font.
No! I need to finish what Luke started. You know the odds better than any of us. It's okay that we're here. I saw myself on the Dark Throne. I won't let it happen. I'm all the Jedi.
Alright, cool. So that's episode 9 font. Not sure who's the maker of that one. I'll have to check some of these out.
Fire. Anger and your lust.
Pitch Black.
Pitch Black. So
Darth Maul. Crimson Dawn.
Crimson Dawn. Have we heard that one before?
One man couldn't have done this alone.
Crimson Dawn. Oh, that's Darth Maul. obviously change that. Actually, let's do more of a kind of an orangish, lightish orange.
You and I will be working much more closely from now on.
Star Wars the Solo movie.
One man couldn't have done this alone.
Or is there something?
Bring the ship and come to me on Dathomir.
Yeah, still Solo.
One man couldn't have done this alone.
So that's one of what is it? It's called Crimson Dawn. Alright, let's do one more.
Sound bank selection.
Crimson Master Qui-Gon. Kylo Ren. Kylo Young.
That lightsaber.
Vader. Lord Vader.
Welcome, young Skywalker.
4 Vaders in here.
Skywalker.
Ben Kenobi?
I will do Ben Kenobi, a classic.
Hello there.
An oldie but a goodie.
Spectre.
Obviously we want to change this. We'll do a nice light blue there. Let's see what we got here.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
And the Force is what gives the Jedi his power. It's an energy field created by all living things. It surrounds us, it penetrates us, it binds the galaxy together. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. I felt a great disturbance in the Force. Oh, don't worry, you'll be all right. You've had a busy day. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Spectrum.
Oop, I was pressing the aux button, so let's go ahead and turn on this main light here and turn this off. So like I said, this was pretty much a look at the Kanan Jarrus SaberMach Lightsaber, and it's a very nicely well built hilt. Like I said, just during my initial testing, holding this after all this time, I don't feel... Did I just enable the music here? Oh, copyright. Copyright.
Hello there.
Hello. Don't do that. So, as I was saying, this is the Kanan Jarrus Lightsaber from SaberMach. Pretty cool. Like I said, I'll put a link to the site down below. But after messing with this, having it in my hand after all this time, swinging and whatnot, I don't feel any discomfort whatever. It's a very comfortable hilt, I have to say. Definitely one of the more comfortable and nicely balanced type hilts that I've held in a while. Definitely worth checking out in the end. Like I said, there's a link to the site down below. This is a well-built hilt. I like the chassis system with the fact that you could recharge or remove the battery. And obviously you guys know how I feel about Cfx, Profit. Those two things are very good top tier boards, and Cfx is an easy to learn board because you could easily figure out how to do everything within 30 minutes to an hour for sure with a few simple tutorials. But like I said, let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Easily recommend this hilt if it becomes available once again, and if it's something that you want to catch your interest. Like I said, the only downside thing, which wasn't built for that type of design, is the fact that you can't like untwist the emitter and kind of do that whole Kanan Jarrus thing. But you know, fortunately it is what it is. But still a very fantastic looking hilt and greatly built indeed. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video upload.